We are now 1 year on from the house being completed. It's February, and in fact in January of last year we had our house ceremony and we officially moved in after that, and everything was pretty much done. So I've just been tinkering around the edges since then. Anyway, 1 year on, I've got some concerns. Now, you will probably recall that one of my main concerns when the house was built was the subsidence of this section of wall here, where the footings that were built weren't very good, and they were built in my absence, unfortunately, and I would have approached it slightly differently to the way they did it. Anyway, this cracking here has continued to open up every time it's been filled. It's been filled at least twice, if not 3 times, and it's opened up again. Although the total size of the crack is not huge, but every time it's filled, the crack reappears. So there is movement there. I suspect it's both ways. I suspect that there's some heave in the ground and some shrinkage. So we're never going to get over that problem, I think. You can see that looks like quite a big crack there. It's hidden a little bit by the paint, but really it's no bigger than it was probably 9 months ago. And we've got little surface cracks almost at every post. There's one here behind the banana. There isn't one in that corner there, but there is one here. And similarly along the front here. That's becoming a little bit bigger, that one. But there's no indication that the wall's falling over. It's just really that this corner is a bit weak and liable to settle, liable to move, but the actual sort of integrity of the wall has been maintained, and it's not leaning over to one side like you might expect if it was going to fall down. I don't think it's going to fall down. It's just that we'll never get rid of those cracks. And you'll see the paintwork on top here is very poor. The paint's peeling off in several places all the way around the house, the white paint. And the reason for that is simply that we ran out of primer just prior to the house ceremony, and it was necessary just to have a decorative finish for the house ceremony, really. So the paint was slapped onto bare concrete, and I knew this would happen, but I wasn't going to make a fuss about it because we couldn't get the primer, so that'll get replaced properly in due course. But my main concern is not with the outside wall, it's with the house itself, because I've noticed that we're starting to get cracks. Can you see that? That goes right from the very top right down. You can see a crack there. It goes right down to here, and there is a little bit of a crack here in this decoration, which suggests that that decoration has been pulled to one side as well. But there's no crack below that, and whether that's because this is this facing here is how can I put it, more decorative, and it's not really attached to the structure in the same manner, I don't know. But we've got that crack there, and if we go to this post here, we've got the same thing. We've got a crack running from the very top on the right hand side of this post, right the way down to the decoration. the moulding is split there, but that's a joint, so that's not surprising really. If we go to the corner post here, that's fine, there's nothing there. But if I take you to the post in the middle of the house, past the washing here, we've got a crack on the left side of this post, and it goes all the way down pretty much to the level of the decoration here. And there's evidence of a little bit of a split in the decorative white part, but again, no sign of any cracking below. The bit below is basically the concrete pad. That's the below floor concrete, and then the interior of the house starts at this level pretty much. So let's just walk around and see what else we can see. Nothing there. So you can see there that the actual floor level inside the house is just above the white decoration on the outside. So everything under that white decoration is solid concrete. Oh, there's a bit of a crack here in the paint. And going up the right hand side of this post. And similarly inside, we see the cracks in the bedrooms as well. I'll just go and show you. So we're in the living room come kitchen now, and I don't know if you can see right up there. Yes, there it is in focus now. That's the crack that I just showed you on the outside, the last one. We have one on the edge of the post there. Doesn't go all the way down. That is on the edge of the kitchen. And then if I take you into the bedroom here, let's get a bit of light in here. This is not going to be easy to show you, but there is a crack showing on this side of the post. Not really visible to you, but I can see it. And then on this corner here, come on camera, focus, that's it, right up there. And that crack extends down the edge of the, there you go, you can see that quite clearly, can't you? That extends right the way down. So that crack has gone right the way through from the outside onto the inside. And the last one to show you really is the one that's just above and next to the consumer units. But that crack has always been there. That's been there pretty much since day one. That was there at the house ceremony, I think, and that's never got any worse. I've never bothered to fill it because I knew that the house was drying out and there was no point filling it too quickly. So the big question is, what's going on? Is the house subsiding? Because it seems to me that all the cracks indicate that the back corner of the house has moved. Now, we haven't noticed anything strange inside the house, like windows and doors not fitting properly anymore. We've got no cracking in the bottom of the lower portion of the house, the base, but it does definitely seem from the cracks as if that section there has moved outwards a little bit, moved downwards a little bit, but it's very small. It's a very small amount at the moment. Those cracks are very, very small. They could just be shrinkage. They could just be as the house has dried out gradually. But they're definitely cracks that go right the way through the wall. So the blockwork has pulled away very slightly, less than a millimetre from the posts. But again, that could just be sort of settlement as the wall weight has settled onto its into its natural position as the mortar has dried and the weight has compressed it. I don't know. It's something to keep an eye on though, isn't it? And it's just something that is in the back of the mind that you just got to keep checking, I think, probably every month. But this is a year on, and nothing major has happened. But are these early warning signs? What do you think, people? Do you think this should be something to worry about, or do you think it's something that we experience in the West with new builds anyway?